Hello everybody, welcome to JoJav Productions. My name is Bart Kowalewski and I'll be joined today by Christine Jennings.
This is the Queen City Showdown match with Bart and Zach Arlinghaus at Idlewild. So here we are on hole 1.
I believe Zach is throwing a Zeus here. He gets over on it nicely. Good full flight, and that's a smash. I will be throwing my Neo Enigma off the tee. And I end up pulling it a little bit, but it finds this second channel, and I should be able to still see the basket from there.
Looks like you have some tailwind.
Throwing an S-line FD3 here, trying to get it up close to the basket, but I end up a little short, close to circle's edge.
Looks like Zach's getting ready to jump putt.
I think he's using a Luna here.
Oh. Looks pretty good. Oh my gosh.
And he gives that a good bid just off the front of the basket. I'm left with this just outside the circle putt for 3.
That's a good bid.
A little wide, not in the middle enough, and splashed out. And Zach's going to get an early stroke on me. Moving on to hole 2.
Oh. I think that's his force that he's throwing. He puts it down the fairway. It's going to be a good look for his next shot.
And I'm throwing an S-line PD on the backhand. Trying to get a nice flex flight out of it.
A little low.
But it should be alright. I got this branch right in front of me. I gotta swing my disc out wide to get around it. I'm going S-line PD one more time.
It's definitely over, but not left enough to be parked.
I think Zach is throwing
It looks like a mid-range.
maybe some sort of mid-range here.
Probably a buzz.
And it's looking nice. He's got really good turn on it. And it's difficult to see, but he absolutely parked that and put it right under the basket.
Wow.
I'm left with this just outside the circle downhill putt, and I didn't commit to it. Hit the front of the cage. That's going to put Zach up 2 strokes through 2 holes.
Wow, you weren't kidding. Literally touching the pole.
And to be noted, me and Zach are playing the Pro Tour layout. Not with the traditional out of bounds. We decided that we were just going to do if it's surrounded by water.
So for a lefty, this looks pretty difficult. Did he turn it over enough? Oh.
No, not enough. It was looking good. It was looking like it was going to flex out a little early maybe, but unlucky, got that tree halfway down the fairway.
And then that's looks like your PD.
Yeah, I'm going back to my S-line PD on this hole. I think it was a little windy, so I went a little faster of a disc to try to beat the wind.
It looks pretty good if you miss those trees. Oof. Not bad. Is that just outside circle?
Yeah, that's about 20 feet, I think. It skipped right at the base of the basket. Zach's got this nice little jump putt approach that puts him really close. And now I've got a chance here to gain one of those strokes back.
Nice putt.
And Zach here with a little 10-footer. Not a problem. Next, we're looking at hole 4. It's about 420 feet. You got water all on the left side. I'm throwing my cloud breaker here.
Looks good.
And
Wow.
it checked up nicely, pretty close to the basket.
I think Zach's throwing his force. And it doesn't look like it's turning over enough.
Difficult hole for a lefty. They really have to trust their disc over the water.
Yeah, definitely. You should have an easier approach just down the hill. Yep.
Yeah, well done there. Puts it inside of 5 feet. And I have, 7-8 footer here for birdie. And it's all even after 4. Alright, hole 5. The downhill par 4 that everybody loves. I'm throwing my lightweight DD3 here. Had a little bit of a headwind.
Ooh, is it gonna turn enough? Wow, that is down there.
I got some nice flex at the end of it, so it landed flat, and I didn't really have any risk of a cut roll. I think Zach's going back to his trusty force.
Just push through all of that. I think he's looking pretty good.
And that's a great shot. He's right in the middle. Now remember, the moat around it is not OB, only if it's surrounded by water. And
Just short.
unfortunately, he gets that last tree that he had to beat.
You kind of have a jump putt at it.
Yeah, I have this long look. I was definitely trying to make this one,
Oof,
but I put a little wide.
not terrible.
Should be an easy tap-in birdie. Zach's looking at about 40, 50 feet here. And he puts it just a little wide. We'll both have tap-ins here.
I didn't know that shit grows through this. Do they re-carpet it every year?
So that's another stroke.
Yep, so I'll
In your
be
favor.
up 1 through 5. Next we have hole 6. It's this big turnover that goes out past that tree that you can see out there, and it goes down to the right.
Are you trying to reach this hole?
Yeah, I'm
You
trying to
have that
put it out
Enigma.
there with my Enigma. And I just, I didn't put the right line on it. I put it too far left, and I hit that tree right outside of the gap.
Is he about to throw forehand? So Zach's throwing righty forehand.
Yeah, Zach played a nice safe shot here. Something that just got him out of the tunnel. I'm throwing my DD3 here because I still have a ways to go. And I'm kind of pinched up on this tree.
It looked a little left. I didn't really see it.
Yeah, it came out a little short. And, about 50, 60 feet left. Not a gimme.
So Zach throws a nice hyzer.
And he hits the top of the basket, almost putting it in for 2.
Wow.
That's 2 basket hits Zach already has on the first 6 holes from pretty far out.
Oh.
And
Not the launch.
I put mine on top of the basket, and it gave me another 35-footer.
And Zach's right next to the basket for his tap-in 3.
Yeah, I continue the struggle bus here with a missed putt. Missed it early and left. Not how you want to miss those putts.
Good recovery.
I'm able to make that one. So I'll be losing 2 strokes to Zach right there. Going back and forth.
You guys are already making this exciting. It's only hole 6.
Hole 7, Zach's going forehand here.
That said machete on that disc. That was pretty stable.
And that's a beautiful shot right down the middle. And he put the height on it, which allowed him to bite off a good amount. I'm trying to throw my DD3 here on the forehand.
Oh no.
And I put it just a little wide. So
That is
I'm
not a fun looking shot.
in a precarious situation here. Throwing my Tiger Warrior. And I thought I had a good line up until that tree and that roll.
Wow. That did look really good until that.
So we have the basket is up this steep hill, probably still another 250 feet, and my foot is right up against the tree. So I'm taking my understable essence and I'm just chipping up, trying to get as far up as I can down the fairway.
Yeah, I feel like there wasn't much more you could really do there from that angle.
And finally we get to Zach's drive, and he's in great position here. Looks like he's going to be throwing another forehand. And really good angle, really good line.
Wow.
He just-
How far is that from the basket?
He just came up a little short. I think he's at circle's edge. And I'm thinking about running this, maybe trying to save a stroke.
Ooh.
But
Maybe
a little
more
left.
turn.
And here we have Zach. Like I said, I think this is close to circle's edge. To gain 2 more, or to go up 2 more strokes.
Ooh. Just splashes out.
A little wide. Doesn't connect.
So you guys are just going to tap out.
And I'm going to tap out my bogey. And Zach's going to take his par. Moving on to hole 8. It's a par 5. It goes up this hill, down to the left, and then up another hill through a second set of trees. Zach's looking to throw this flex forehand, and it was looking all right, maybe a little high, but he catches a tree that drops him in the fairway. I'm looking to throw my S-line PD on a backhand, really narrow, on a good amount of hyzer, and just trying to get it around the turn.
Oh no.
And it slipped out of my hand. I had an early release, and yeah, it resulted in a bad shot. So I'm going S-line PD again here, trying to hit the gap.
At least you're in the middle.
And I'm struggling at this point.
Oh no.
Throwing my S-line PD yet again.
That's looking better. There you go. Make some
And-
way up the fairway.
Finally make it to where good drives can land off the tee somehow. Zach's a little pinched in on this right side. He's looking at throwing a forehand through these trees. Probably trying to get to mid-hill.
It's very interesting that Zach throws right hand forehand, but backhand. Wait, right hand forehand, backhand left hand. It's the same shot, but really, like in these tight situations, it makes for a really good forehand because you don't have to take your eye off the target.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why Zach does so well at a course like Idlewild. It seemingly seems that he does have the same shot on both lefty backhand and righty forehand, but he's able to manipulate those angles really well. And that's why he's as successful as he is.
So your forehand looked pretty good?
Yeah, I threw a glow FD3 and it flexed down the tunnel kind of nicely. And Zach throws his approach just buttery smooth there.
So you still have maybe edge of circle putt here.
Yeah, I think I'm just inside the circle here to save my par. So this is a big putt because Zach is pretty close for birdie.
Nice. That's a pretty good par save considering you only got 100 feet off the fairway, off the tee pad.
Yeah, that's one that I'll happily take. And Zach takes a nice birdie 4 there. Puts him up by 3 strokes through 8 holes.
So hole 9, is this little narrow short hole?
Yep. And Zach's going back to that forehand, and it's looking great here, but unfortunately he just catches the last tree that you got to beat before you get into the clearing. Should have an easy 3, maybe a long look at 2. And I'm throwing my S-line FD3 here, looking to replicate that same line.
A little too straight there.
And I'm unfortunately not finding the gaps off the tee right now. I'm stuck in a tree, looking at trying to save my par here.
That looks pretty good.
Yep, and I found a little gap that I was able to throw my S-line FD3 again.
Nice.
Zach's got this downhill, about 60-footer.
Oh, just misses.
And that was looking really good. He just needed a couple more inches of height, and it would have stayed in the basket.
So you're just cleaning up your par.
And I'm really happy about that par save because that one easily could have been another bogey. And Zach's got this pretty much tapping for his par.
So you're just halfway through at this point. Although Idlewild gets pretty difficult, I feel like, as you go farther into the holes. So.
Yep. So after 9, you got Zach at 27 and me at 30. That was the front 9, and we'll see you guys on the back 9.